We want to be free. We want to be free to do what we want to do. And we want to get loaded.
Ah, delicious.
We are live.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Northern Union Vape Show, also known as NUVS. Hope we are all well. This evening, we have Richard Vick joining us. Welcome, Richard. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Hello, no worries.
And we also have Steve, Blazing Vapes, who is one of our new casters on a Sunday, so that will be good. Welcome. James, JP Vape Reviews, welcome to you, mate, as the norm, and obviously Mr. the Master himself, Benny Vapes. Big D, Danny, unfortunately, isn't with us this evening. He will be back soon, but currently dealing with stuff, as we all know. So I hope we're all good. I will. We'll do the whole vaping buffet, and then we'll revert to chat, see who's in, and we'll work it from there. Shall we go with? Oh, Richard, do you fancy going first?
Yeah, sure. What have I got to do?
Just what you're vaping on.
Whatever you're vaping on. Whatever you're vaping
What
on.
am I vaping on? Okay.
You can do what you're drinking and what you had for dinner as well.
And I don't need dinner yet. Okay, so vaping on the Proton with the Dead Rabbit SE. That's
Proton
kind of a
Mini?
bit of a staple. There's a little random friend-made juice in there. Got the Pulse 2, which I've just done a video for. Nice little new squonker from Tony B with bottom fill. That's its new USP. But a solid little thing with a goon on top. Still have my goons in there. I've got Cactus Custard, if you guys know that one.
Yeah.
That's a nice one. And then I've got the next thing that I need to review, which is this Pioneer RTA. It's like a Asmodus collaboration
Right.
with BP, the BP mods guys. In there, I've got Deep Rooted 64 Reserve. So yeah, nice little
tobacco,
mouthful
that one?
tank. It kind of is, yeah, but it's very fancy. You know, you wouldn't go, oh yeah, it's just like tobacco. You know, it's got a lot going on. It's nice though.
Lovely.
That's me, I think.
Smashing. Pick a person to pass it round to, Richard.
Ooh, okay. JP.
Thanks, Rich. I'm on the Aegis boost with the RBA unit on that. And in that, I've got Tabilla 2 from Juice Cabin. I'm on the Drag X. And in that, I've got Congo Bongo from Drip Hats with a little bit of ice in it. And that's me. And I'll pass it over to Blazing.
Thank you, sir. Right, I've got the GS Legend with the Hell Vape tank on it, which I dug out the other day, and I forgot how much of it looks a bit more like an RTA than a Suburban tank. But
I love that tank.
And in that, I've got some Pegasus from Zeus Juice. And then we have a Hell Vape Zeus Juice thing going on tonight, but I've got the Gen with the Fat Rabbit with some Typhon from Zeus Juice again. And then finally, I have got the who's it making now? Rinko Metman with the Nada RDA with some Jack Rabbit or Rio from Jack Rabbit. That is me, Benny.
Right, I'm on Vaporesso Jane with the Solomon Mesh. In that, I have got some of these Rachel Rabbits, blackcurrant. Is it blackcurrant, grape, and cherry?
Yeah,
it's not too bad. I've also
Gen heavy tonight, aren't we?
Yeah. I've also got a little mini can.
Oh yeah.
And
that is
that,
mini as well, isn't it? That's really mini.
It's really tight. Do you know what? It's really good and all it vapes really well. I've got to say, for the size of it, and when you take it off, it's a bit of a pain to pull out, but it's got rubber bung in it. It's got one of them where you push your nozzle in and pull it back out, and it don't, you know, like a stopper on the filling port. But yeah, I've been using this. I think it's really good, to be honest with you. And in that, I've got some ULTD, and I think this one is, what's this? Oh, Pombury Plume. And last but not least, I'm on the mix with the Pandora, and in that, I have got some Makazar Y4, as always, in my mouth tool. So that's me. And it came with a scratch. This fucking thing.
Yeah.
50 quid
Not
and
too annoyed by that.
a free scratch. And I'll pass it on to Ian.
I do like those. Thank you. Yeah, they're really nice. I do want to get myself one of those, but just not yet. Not yet. Right. So I have got the Aegis X with the intake sub-ohm tank on top with some Jack Rabbit Rio in there. Snap, Steve. I've also got the... I'm trying to not knock my microphone. The Grim Kit, which I'm actually... Apart from it being a bit loose for me personally, from mouth to lung, I'm actually really enjoying it. I love the fact that you've got the top fill and you haven't got to take the pod out and you haven't got to pull that bung out and you haven't got to try and refill it that way. So I'm enjoying that. That's got some Heisenberg Pinkman in it. No, not Heisenberg Pinkman. Let's try again. Vampire Vape Pinkman. That's what I meant to say. And then lastly, because I do love it, is my T182 with some scrimpers from Herbal Tide's Black Cherry in there, which we'll be talking about this later, because I do believe, Richard, this was one of your go-to starter kits at one
Oh
point.
God, yeah, I've recommended that kit to so many people.
Not so
And
much
good-
anymore.
Good success with it.
Yeah. You got a new favourite, I believe.
Yes, I have. I can't show it you though because my wife nicked it. But yeah, I have. I do like the new Wenax. It's fantastic.
Is that the Geek Vape thing?
Yeah, Geek Vape Wenax.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's a funny story with that. It they actually brought it out like 3 months ago, but they accidentally gave it a name that had already been used.
All right.
It was called like the Axiom or something, which I think Inikin used once or something.
Yeah, I think so.
So they pulled it back. They were like, "Oh, don't do anything with that. Don't do anything with that." And I already loved it at that point. So then I had to wait like 2 months for the new real one to turn up. But it's absolutely stellar. The coils are brilliant.
Yeah. It's a button like a mech in it as well.
Yeah, you don't have to use that. If you can just suck it, but that's quite nice as well, though. But yeah, that's quite nice. The bottom fire, it's really old school.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Right, so obviously, I'm guessing a lot of people are going to know who you are, Richard. To be honest, you've been doing this YouTubing for a long time. Before that, there was other stuff. Where you did. So initially, you did a bit of streaming, I believe, for gaming.
Yeah, I had a FIFA YouTube channel before. Playing FIFA. It's still a really popular genre, but I kind of grew out of it.
You were quite good at FIFA at one time, weren't you?
Yeah, I really loved it for a while, and the channel went really well. I think I got to 10,000 subscribers, but then the whole scene changed dramatically because it used to be like kind of a lot like football. You were talking about which are the best players to use, what was a good squad to run online, and it was all kind of quite technical, tactical, and interesting. But then, like FIFA or all gaming YouTubers really started like eating dog food if they conceded a goal and just playing in their pants, and it just went kind of rapidly downhill for me. I was like, I don't really want to keep up with these guys if that's kind of what they want to do. So I kind of bailed out at that point, and I completely played the game to death as well. I don't think I picked up a control pad for like 2 years, 3 years after quitting that channel. So. And then I got into vaping, and then sort of a year after that, sort of wanted to do YouTube again, but with vaping. So,
yeah, that's a good shout. I'll quickly run through the chat. This could take some time.
Just have a quick run. There's 65 people in.
So Benny Vapes, welcome to you. Best Sig Liquid, welcome to you. Blair Allen, good evening. Blazing Vapes, Dan Barden, best tattooist in Holmfirth, apparently.
Is
what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Dean Feeney, welcome to you. Debbie Robinson, hello. Dion78, Gareth Shrek Barker, Johan K. Holmstrom, welcome to you. JP Vape Reviews, Kentucky Bill, hello. LJM Vapes, Mark H. Pavg, Richard Vick, hello. Russ Ferguson, hello to you. Sam Pollock, Sheboygan Smooth Transitions Limited, Simon62, Stephen Bug, Stuart 1 and Stuart 2. So Stuart and Stuart Ayrton. And the Leviathan Vapor is who I have on my screen. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone. If I have, I really apologise. I've just clicked the participants button rather than going through the whole live.
Yeah, there's a load in there that you've missed off. But anyway,
I think it only goes on people that are on live chat, although I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of people. There's Dean Verney and all sorts. So, but anyway, everyone in chat, welcome. Welcome. So, Richard, we were just going through this earlier. Ian's a big fanboy. I'm a big fanboy. So, like we said, thank you very, very much for coming on. But I'm probably a bigger fanboy than what Ian is. Because I was going through, we were just saying that my first email to you were your 2000k giveaway in 2015.
Yeah, that is mad. That is a really long time ago.
It is. I remember you saying, I've got 2000, we're going to do a big giveaway. Said that, and then I met you at the first Doncaster one. What was that? That was
the one outside, wasn't it?
Yeah. What was that?
Oh, Vape Collective.
Vape Collective, yeah. And your words to me, because you asked me this earlier, and I'm going to bring it up with you. Your words to me were, "Do you enter my giveaways?" So I said yes. He went, "Have you won one yet?" And I went, "No." And he went, "Don't worry about it. You will win one. because it'll always come round. There's only a few people win. 5 years later, I still haven't won one.
Well, we had to stop him because of all the YouTube's rules and stuff. But at that time, it was like everyone will win at some point, because there was only like, even the 2,000 subscriber giveaway, only 100 people would enter. So it was like, it was almost inevitable that everyone would get a go. But then took my eye off the ball, and then YouTube stopped it as well. So
Yeah, whatever.
My apologies.
This is why I started the YouTube channel.
Should have just emailed me complaining.
Yeah,
I'm a sucker for a sob story. I've sent so many things to people just off a random email.
Well, I remember you did a podcast as well, didn't you? With Cloudy.
Yes, yeah, with Cloudy. Oh, I missed that. Podcasting's brilliant.
And you mentioned, I got a mention on podcast because I used to send through to you little bits to say, "Oh, do you think this is a good idea?" And like, "Oh yeah, we'll mention that." And you mentioned my name on there, but it wasn't my proper name, was it?
I can't remember.
No, you call me Dave.
He's known as a lot of things, to be fair.
Yeah.
That was the best bit about the podcast.
Yeah.
That people sent you stuff. You didn't have to prepare anything.
Yeah.
Everyone came up with it for you. It's great.
So not only have you called me out of my giveaway, you've also called me Dave.
I don't feel too bad about the giveaway thing now, because I can't really affect probability that much. I'm glad. I thought you were going to say you'd won and just not received a prize, which would have been far worse.
Actually, we're going to winning because Ian's won things twice. So I think there's a bit of favouritism.
No, I think only one thing. I think I only ever won once, but I had quite a collective of bits and pieces.
That's cool.
So that was good. That was good. So I think we need to change it to your channel. Definitely needs to be called Dave Vapes now.
Yeah, Dave. It's like Only Fools and Horses, isn't it?
Yeah, Dave. Hey up, Dave.
All right, Dave.
Yeah. So do you still speak to Cloudy?
Only a bit. He completely he still vapes, but he completely checked out the vaping scene. He got really into fitness.
Yeah.
He lost like 100 pounds of weight. And that sort of became his new hobby. And he's still vapes, but he just doesn't give a monkey's about vaping really. So talk to him now and again, check in on him. But no, he just sort of set up a whole new thing. You know, he got into fitness, and then his job became fitness, and then
is that what he's doing now? His job's fitness as well? Yeah,
he's like I don't know how it works, but like a grade 3 personal trainer in America.
All right. Because he was a big lad, wasn't he, as well?
He was huge. I didn't really realise how big he was until he did like all the before and after pictures on Instagram. But he lost like 120 pounds in like a year. Just crazy.
Yeah, because he used to mention all this, that he was doing this diet, didn't
he? Yeah.
And these supplements that he were...
Yeah, and all these seeds and stuff like this. Yeah, it's amazing. Because I didn't realise until we started doing the podcast and things like that, he was actually really tall also. I've never met him in real life. But he was like 6'3" and quite big. So he was a unit when he was vaping. But no, the podcast was great. I don't know if there's that many vaping podcasts around still, but I love the platform. I love the vaping podcast platform. It's such a sort of license to just speak your mind and just put yourself out there. And
well, what is it?
Nice.
Did one vaguely vaping related podcast?
I was going to say you were on that as well, Richard, weren't you?
Yeah, I popped up on that. I tried to. That started as we were ending, so I was quite keen to sort of promote that and push it for people so they had somewhere to go. Because we had a really big following at one time. That was the other thing that sort of blew my mind about it. So many people listened to the podcast and didn't subscribe to the YouTube. They just weren't YouTube people. They just liked podcasts. So we were getting like 10,000 downloads a week, which is quite good for a podcast. It was mad. But yeah, all good things come to an end. It was hard as well, so we had to do it. I had to do it about 1 a.m. because of the time difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the editing was murder as well because we went off on mad tangents. But yeah, no, it was. I don't regret the podcast. I really enjoyed it.
Would you do another one then?
Yeah, I would. But the thing is, I sort of looked at it a lot about 5 months ago, and the whole podcasting scene's changed so much. It's all like Joe Rogan now. It's all video, live. I mean, this is kind of what podcasts are like now, really. This is pretty much a podcast, just doesn't end up on iTunes. Everyone's videoing it now. Everyone's just chatting with people. It's sort of the podcasting scene's completely changed now. So yeah, I don't know. It would end up looking just like another live show, like every other live show. So I don't know if there's a need for that now. I think these live shows have completely replaced a need for podcasting. I think.
Yeah, I didn't get to listen to yours. I used to listen to a lot of the vaguely vaping related podcasts. I used to quite enjoy those.
I think Grim Green still does his, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Ruby.
I think so. Yeah, him and Ruby.
Yeah,
that's good. So you're 16.5k subscribers. It's a very impressive amount. A lot of hard work obviously gone into that, as it does. I personally miss your vape, drink, chat and chill.
Oh yeah,
they used to be good. I used to quite enjoy popping into those.
Yeah, I've kind of committed to just doing one a week. So I've got the new home show on a Thursday. Yeah, because it's kind of like your only time with your wife when you've got two kids. Like your evenings, your only little sanity from that. So yeah, I kind of committed to just doing one. But I would like to do. I like the one person live thing because you get way more time to chat as opposed to when you're all back and forth, and it's hard to also get chat involved. Yeah, they were cool. I did like those.
Yeah, no, they were good. And the obviously the Ideal Home show was the initial live, which over the years transformed and became the new home show, which you had Paul and Aidan on for the first episode.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, we try and have a guest every week now if we can. The Ideal Home show got a bit. 200 shows. It ran for years. It got a bit stagnant. We ended up just talking about chicken and food and stuff like that. The people that watched it every week, they didn't mind. They were just there for the crack. But yeah, it kind of got a really non-vapey and a bit stuck in its ways. So we thought we'd start again, freshen it up. So we try and have someone new every week now.
I used to look forward to hearing about what rice you'd had for your dinner.
I know.
What packet of crisps went with what?
Yeah,
I know. That's still a thing though. I might create a separate YouTube channel all about rice. just all the pairings available. I'd start as well.
And you started on that. You didn't start from beginning, one, because you came in. Did you come on 30th show, was it, or 25th?
Out that, yeah. I replaced Dean, the vaping biker. Yeah. So when his health was deteriorating and he was getting busier and busier, he sort of came off, and they wanted a reviewer on to sort of. It helps. It kind of helps, doesn't it? Having a reviewer, because it got one eye on new stuff coming in and stuff. So they wanted to replace Dean with another reviewer. I was already sort of friendly with them through Vape Fest and things like that. So yeah, they asked me, and seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah. That's good. I used to watch the Ideal Home show quite a lot. I try and watch the new home show as much as I can. I don't always get in there, to be honest, but
yeah. It's a busy time slot. There's some good stuff on.
I watch on replay,
Thursday.
To be honest.
Yeah.
If I'm going to watch stuff, it's generally on replay.
Yeah, I always watch on replay as well because, like I said, I don't think my wife would sit through a live vape show. Yeah,
I've tried it a couple of times. She goes with it sometimes, but generally not.
Yeah.
So I was going to mention that. We've got our main topic this evening is going to be what people dislike about vaping or vapors. So I thought that might be quite an interesting conversation to get everyone involved in, both ourselves and chat. So,
well, because Ian, I just thought I'd slip a little thing in because if you don't know, Richard is from Yorkshire, apparently, right? Because he doesn't talk like me. He doesn't talk like any other Yorkshire person.
No.
Do you know what I mean? He's from a posh side of Huddersfield, apparently. And so...
That's like an oxymoron, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you some Yorkshire slang.
Okay.
Right? So, gee up.
Give up.
Yeah, stop doing that. You got bugger off.
Yeah, that just means go away.
Come here.
Come here. That one's quite self-explanatory.
Over yonder.
Yeah, over there.
Yeah. Chuff nose.
Yeah, fuck knows that means.
Yeah. Dead reet.
Sorry?
Dead reet.
Yeah, dead right.
And
My parents speak like that. I don't know why I don't. They didn't talk to me enough, I think.
is that what it is?
I
Ligging
was in-
about.
Yeah, ligging about is just dossing about, just knocking about in it.
And Ginnell. That's a big one.
Ginnell. Oh, we call them snickets.
Snickets. Ginnell, Snicket. Yeah, Snicket.
Yeah.
There you go. So he is a Yorkshireman.
Yeah, I was in just before lockdown. I was in the dentist, and he said, "Where are you from?" I was like, "I'm from here. I haven't travelled a long way to come to the dentist." And he's like, "No, but where?
Drive just to have a tooth removed.
Where are you originally from?" And I'm like, "I'm from here. This is where. Where I'm from." And he's no, you're not. No, you're not. You don't. You're not from around here. I was like, "I'm sorry. I am. I don't know why I thought that."
I mean, it's like my dad. My dad's originally from Hartlepool, so obviously all the family and everything there were all Yorkshiremen and everything.
Yeah.
But he moved down to but around Birmingham when he was about 20. So he's got absolutely nothing of a northeastern accent anymore. But yeah, it's quite weird.
Yeah, it is weird, but yeah, I don't know. I must have just decided I wanted to talk properly.
Yeah. It's because you went to uni, innit? That's what it is.
I think it's watching too much American shit on TV.
Is that what it is?
I think that's all I can put it down to. Just not actually, talking to people around me at the time.
Well, you can tell he's a Yorkshire boy because he's been to Winston's.
Winston's?
Yeah, didn't you go when you were at university? Didn't you all go to Winston's? Is where you could play snooker, but it's not it's a red light district.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. Oh no, there were no snooker getting played in Winston's when I went.
Yeah.
There's a piano. There's no one playing that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hairy evening.
Yeah, because I heard you mention that on. I think that was on podcast.
That was on the podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
That was a classic podcast episode.
Oh,
And they
you're
still
definitely
podcast.
a proper fan. Definitely a proper fan.
Yeah,
Told you,
that's
mate, I'm a fanboy.
Top knowledge that is.
I'm a fanboy of like I say, when you send an email through in 2015, then you've watched him a while, haven't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember when you used to look over the shoulder like that? No? Before you had your studio?
Yeah.
You used to be downstairs.
Yeah, that was. All the old videos are cringe now, but I suppose everyone's are, aren't they? It's a bit of a learning curve because I'd done all the, like I said, with the gaming channel, but you're not back in them days. Gaming channels, you weren't on camera; it was all game capture, you know.
Yeah.
So I'd never before I started the vaping YouTube, I'd never filmed myself, so it was a big change.
So going along those lines, Richard, do you remember your first video?
Yeah, it was Mrs. Lord's.
Spotted Dick.
Spotted Dick. Good choice for the first one.
Yeah.
I had these big plans for juice reviews. I was going to try the juice in loads of different devices, say it's better for mouth to lung, better for direct to lung. And got bored of that. Just started saying, yeah, it's all right. You can get it from here.
Pretty much what most of us do, I think.
Yeah.
I tell you what I do miss, though, from the first video, I miss the sideburns.
Oh, it's mad how, I tell you what, that is the perfect example of how lighting and camera angle is so important. Because I don't think I'm any thinner or fatter than I was in those videos, but I just look awful because the camera's slightly too low and there's no lighting. It's, it's all the trick of the eye, isn't it?
It's
I look a right state.
Yeah, the lighting is definitely a thing. Obviously, as you can see, I haven't got it sorted out yet, but I'm gradually getting there slowly.
Yeah, it's a nice setup. You've got a nice setup. You've got the classic letterboard thing. I need one of them.
Yeah.
You're not a proper reviewer until you got one of them.
No, definitely
It's all right.
not.
JP's in Winston's. Someone did put in chat, Richard, that we've watched you grow up because you've now got bum fluff.
Yeah, I know. Look at this. I just can't be bothered charging my razor. That's all it is. This is not a style choice. I'll sort it
Your
out.
vape day video the other day when you showed everyone how to shave was amazing.
I know, that was a bit. That was a bit weird, wasn't it? I think I've been stuck in the house too long.
They're really good though. Those vape day videos are really good. I do like those.
Yeah, I just wanted to do something different. It's always baffled me in vaping that what we call a vlog in vaping, because it's nothing like what an actual vlog YouTube channel is, where they go out, they do things. So I always thought, I don't know, someone should do a vlog. And then there's that guy, isn't there, that's really popular that does a proper vape vlogs, but he doesn't seem to be part of the community in any way. I've forgotten his name, but he's got loads of subscribers. He does proper vape vlogs. He goes to different vape shops and stuff like that. Is it Dan Hall or something like that?
Ryan Hall.
Ryan Hall, that's it. Yeah,
That's his own vape shop.
Yeah, but he gets around. He goes out and about. They're like proper vlogs, aren't they? You know, that's what a real vlog's like. So, yeah, I just thought I'd do a bit of that. Yeah, they were just meant to be a bit different and whatever. I think I've already jumped the shark though, just doing a time lapse of myself shaving. But
It's that pizza. You always make me hungry.
oh, that pizza! I got emails about that pizza because it was actually a vegan pizza. My wife went through a vegan diet fad, and there was various things in the freezer, and she was like, "Oh, you're gonna have to eat all this. I can't eat it now. I'm on a different fad." So that's why it looked so weird. It didn't have any cheese on or anything.
I did that the other day. I ordered a pizza from Papa John's. Pizza takeaways are available, and it was and I ticked the wrong box. I ended up having vegan cheese on it, and it was the most interesting pizza I've ever had. Got to be honest.
Yeah, it's weird, that cheese.
Yeah, very strange. Very strange. Well,
I've got you talking about food now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's contagious, isn't it?
Yeah,
the ideal home show effect.
Haven't had any tea. I've got hungry all of a sudden. So before, obviously, I'm guessing you were a smoker before you started vaping. I guess.
Yeah.
Were you smoking for a long, long period of time?
Yeah, so sort of 15, 16, so probably about 10, 11 years before starting vaping. I had a big sort of freak out. We were having our first child, and I just got this thing in my head that I didn't want the smell of cigs to be the smell that my baby associated with me.
That's what I did.
So I really got it in my head that I wanted to quit, and I'd quit several times in the past, and it wasn't that bad. I just stopped, and it was okay. And so I just thought I'd do that again. I tried to do that again, and I just couldn't. I was like really hooked, and it really freaked me out how hard it was to quit that time. And then, like everyone else, rolled into a petrol station, just grabbed a really shit vape, and sort of tried it. And I could tell it could work, but it just wasn't good enough. And then, like everyone in that era, you sort of end up Googling it, and you end up on a forum. You get into this forum, and you find out how to actually get a vape that works. You know, back then that was sort of the route. You know, all these forums were amazing resources at that time. You know, and that's how it. And then you stayed in the forum, became more of a hobby. You know, and grew from there. I think that's potentially a problem now with the scene now. I don't think that many people are getting into hobbyist vaping, because you can get a good vape from a petrol station now. Like, the standard of vapes are good enough to get people off. So it's almost, I don't know if they need the forums anymore. They need YouTube as much. You can get like a smoke stick thing, and it's a solid vape straight out of the gate. You know, we all had to sort of seek out a good vape, whereas it's on a plate now for smokers. So.
Yeah, I mean, you got supermarkets and all sorts selling them.
Yeah. It is. I don't know.
As well.
Yeah.
You're sorry, Steve?
I think Argus are doing a few little bits, but
apparently
not a massive range in that.
Yeah, I think they got in trouble for it as well, because I don't think they were TPD compliant, were they?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were doing batteries, weren't they? They were doing, people were selling them batteries and not knowing a clue what 18650s were, that were total wrong batteries. Yeah,
they were 10 amp batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a big problem. I mean, it's a whole different talking point, but there is places that, in my mind, shouldn't necessarily be selling e-cigarettes, but I can see the pros and the cons to all of it, really.
100%. It needs to be seen like opticians. Like where it's an actual specialist thing. Yeah. Like, obviously people don't need to be as qualified as that, but it's as important and it's as specialized. There's a lot to know, and you can't just You can't just stick them in a, mobile phone accessory shop with vapes, unless the guy's really into it. Yeah. It's that's a problem. That is a problem.
Yeah, definitely. It was e-cig Wizard, wasn't it? Were the first people to get into service stations.
Yeah, and aren't they in some hospitals as well?
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Yeah, that's kind of the right thing in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam M's put down only insane people who are desperate would go to a petrol station to buy a vape. There's endless shops. The only problem is a lot of people see that when they're up, because they put them up on thing that you can buy juice and all that lot, and you start kit. And a lot of people see that when they're pulling up to the pump, and then you go in and they're there. It's probably the first place that they actually see is a petrol station, is a vaping device.
Yeah, and not when we were quitting. Like a vape shop was an insanely rare thing, 8-9 years ago. So you'd have had to go on a real big trek to find one of that. So yeah, that's why again everyone was driven online. To get a proper vape back then, you went online.
Yeah, I mean, I think I started seriously vaping probably 6 years ago. So then the vape shops were slowly popping up.
Yeah,
but so it wasn't so much of an issue for me. But yeah, definitely before that, it wasn't easy, was it? I'm led to believe you had to seek it out.
Oh yeah, I got really lucky because it was there was a random petrol station on my way to work that happened to stock Totally Wicked. Totally Wicked were always in proper shops other than this random petrol station that for some reason stocked it. So I got quite lucky. My actual first few vapes I got from there weren't that bad.
There's a lot of them have Dinner Lady in now as well.
Yeah. That's the genius of that company, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've found a way into the mainstream.
Yeah, because I mean, because when it was my old job, I used to travel all around the country. Obviously, now and again, we'd pop into service station. Now I can't remember where. I think it's now near Bedford, and it's a proper SO gauge. You got your Subway and that, but Dinner Lady had their own proper booth.
Yeah,
like a couple of behind the counter. It was literally a whole purpose. Someone actually there to serve your Dinner Lady t-shirt and stuff on and all the range. And that it was it's quite. Didn't ever expect it. I haven't seen that many places, but yeah, that was quite good.
Yeah.
I think it's like the saying, he plants a seed in Ed because Sam says same thing. He plants a seed in Ed. Oh, I'll try that because they're cheap. Do you know what I mean? And then you find out that you get cheap juice and it's shite. And it puts a lot of people off then, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That was always used to be the thing, didn't it? That was a massive selling point, the price, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which is mad when you think about it now, because if you went to UK e-cig store or one of those places, a full starter set was £70.
Yeah.
You can get 3 or 4 amazing vapes for that now.
Yeah.
But it's still not that much cheaper. The price shouldn't be people's motivation, really.
Who's Jonathan K says, please turn off the banner. Nah, I'm not turning off banner, it's there. It says don't forget to hit thumbs up. Just while we're on, someone said that you could only buy it from eBay. Well, that's where Totally Wicked started, wasn't it? Because that's what is it Phil Summit or other? His name is the guy that his eBay handle from Totally Wicked. When you go on to look through Totally Wicked, he's still got the PayPal, still that pill whatever.
Yeah, there was loads of people selling stuff on eBay until they stopped it. They changed the rules, didn't they?
Yeah.
I bought a dual parallel mech on eBay. Some guy just made them and sold them.
Yeah. That's what they used to do, didn't they? Originally, everybody used to.
It was really good. It was a really good idea, because that sort of thing again was really hard to get. So someone had just taken it upon themselves to make their own.
Yeah. It's So we got. Should we go with the main topic, or shall we? Oh, yeah. Let's do the main topic, and then we'll do some richer questions afterwards. Even if I can talk properly. So yeah, everyone's opinion really. Ourselves and everyone in chat, please jump on this if you feel the need. What people dislike mainly about vaping or vapors. Now, for me, the one that jumps out straight away is people walking down the street blowing huge, massive clouds all over the place. That's just going to go straight into people's faces, which immediately is going to put people straight off of the idea of vaping or people that vape. Personally, that's one of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's worse than that sometimes. People do it. I've seen people do it in supermarkets.
Yeah,
that's mad.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, you wouldn't light a fag up in a shop. You wouldn't. I mean, I say people wouldn't blow cigarette smoke in people's faces. Maybe they would, but personally, I wouldn't, and I think most of us here wouldn't, and I'm sure most people in chat wouldn't. So it's just what Benny, what would you say is the thing that jumps out with you? What would you say people most dislike about vaping or people that have...
Well, I'm guessing that in, like, with the vaping community as we are now, one is drama.
Yeah.
That for what we are, there's so much drama in the vaping community. And also, like people were saying, too many pods, too many starter kits. You just can't keep up with them. They're just trying to keep pumping them out and pumping them out and pumping them out and pumping them out. And it's like, how can a shop keep up with all the stuff that's coming out to stock them? You just can't. You just like, cool it down a little bit. Do you know what I mean? And don't release one month after month after month after month.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's not just that though, because like you say, you throw in all those kits out, but there ain't the coils to back it up. And the amount of kits that I go through, and they're all on different coils, systems and that.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to like say Heinekens with their T range, I mean that length of years that they've been going as well.
Yeah, that's really good that all their Z coils fit right across the board.
Yeah,
it must be murder for the shop. I do sympathise with the shops.
Yeah, because they just can't. You can't cater for everybody, can you? It's just mad.
No.
Yeah, you got. I think nowadays you got to have literally a whole shelf of just smock coils. I think.
Yeah, smock is the worst one, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
They bring a new coil out, bring a new tank out with a new coil, and it don't fit in all else.
Yeah, and the shop must know, like the day that comes out, they're going to be stuck with stock, aren't they? You know, it's going to take them a long time to shift an old coil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Debbie says, which is my partner, says when all your vapor goes in my face, but it's not. She makes it sound like I sit there, vape, and then blow it straight, and it's not the case at all. I just aim it in a certain direction, and then it wafts. We're talking evenings when we're just chilling out watching Netflix, etc.
I must say there are certain tanks that I'm not allowed to vape in the living room when the telly's on. You know, like the really noisy direct-to-lung ones.
Yeah.
There's a few that have been blacklisted. So the noise annoys people, I think.
So you're not allowed to get Steam Creative Ragnar out or all like that, and
that's quite smooth. That's quiet. That'd be all right. Yeah, it's not the amount of vapor; it's the noise.
Oh, the noise.
We're watching some of it. It's quite serious, and then suddenly there's a every couple of minutes.
I'm quite lucky because both me and my wife vape, so we can just vape, I mean, as much as we want. Really, it's not too bad. But
yeah. I mean, Deb vapes, but she's only mouth to lung type. Inakin Endura T18 type vape, so it's it never goes down well. But that's why I'm banished out here. You see, because I can blow as much vapor around as I want, and it's not going to cause any problem to whatsoever. Although it may make the neighbours want to call the fire brigade. But
you see people complaining about the smell as well, don't you?
Yeah, I don't get that.
I don't.
I get that. I mean, I was out the other week, and some guy, you know, he was a little ahead of me. He was vaping. He wasn't blowing clouds. He wasn't being rude or anything. And then there's a woman behind going. Well, I thought, what the smell of fruity smell is choking you. It's just so I think, like I said, some people don't know what vaping's about and that, and automatically think the wrong thing about it, and it's got that bad stigma about it. And if people knew that. What it's like compared to, I mean, I'd rather blow someone smelling the strawberries and cream in front of me than a cigarette or something. You know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I can see it's off-putting. I can see, people that blow clouds all over the place, especially inside, miffs me a bit personally. Outside, you just blow it. If you're going to, just blow it down. Just blow it downwards.
Because where I used to live, the landlord there very, very kindly, if anyone that's vaping, we're inside the pub and that we could vape and that. But so when me and Mrs. went in, obviously we'd we'd be somewhere at the other side of the bar where we'd literally by ourselves and we'd vape away. But as soon as someone sat down next to us, and this, that, and the other, then we'd just go outside with the smokers and vape. You know, you've got to be considerate to other people around you. But
yeah,
obviously there are people around there who just don't care. They'll just.
When you get into the whole conversation about, there's the whole vapors and smokers kind of chucked together as well in areas which I don't think is fair on either group, to be honest. But
yeah,
that's kind of how it is at the moment.
Yeah, there's always going to be a certain group of smokers that just don't want to stop smoking, and that's their right, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
But
exactly.
they seem to be the ones that really dislike it when a vapor rocks up in the smoking bit of the pub or whatever. You know, it's yeah, because I think it reminds them that they could quit. I think.
Yeah.
You're possibly right there, to be honest.
It's when they say them things will kill you, and you're like, well, he's got a fag in my hand.
Yeah. Yeah, but they'll go. They're just as bad for you. They're just as bad.
Yeah.
Based on what? The front page of the Sun.
Yeah.
Or you get the one that's turned around and goes, "Oh, you'll get put on along with that."
Yeah.
Is
Some
that
random
the-
headline. Yeah.
It's madness. It's madness. But yeah, I think it's just one of those areas that's probably always going to be there, to be honest. People that smoke are going to smoke. People that vape are going to vape. And yeah, you get the in-between. People that decide that, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. Some people succeed, some people don't. I mean, for me, it worked brilliantly well, and I tried so many things beforehand.
Yeah. I think it's a certain type of person gets into it much easier than others. People that are sort of a bit techie already or a bit geeky already, I guess. You know, people that are willing to mess around, experiment, try things. They seem to get into it. You know, there's like, if you look at like everyone in chat here, everyone on the show, there's a common thread, isn't there? You know, we all know how to work a computer. We all, you know, it's definitely there's a thing there. I think that people have been willing to learn, figure it out, mess about, and it's the people that really struggle or have a really bad experience that don't convert usually.
Yeah, because my dad, when I first telling my dad that, because he was a smoker for years and he just quit cold turkey and couldn't understand why. Oh, because also my dad was one of those who knew absolutely nothing about it, was all dead against it, this, that, and the other. And then one night, me and my wife were just sitting there, and we talked him through it. And by the end of it, he was just like, "Fine, I'd rather." He goes, "I'd rather you vaping than you smoke." But he always seems to think that it was like an age thing for vaping. It was almost like like kids are always into gaming, this, that, and the other. And I said to him, I said, "Dad, first time I went to the Vapor Expo, we were walking around by the ETN, and there's a woman. She was by herself. Must have been in her early mid-60s. It looks like this little old woman that someone's brought their gran along. And she was there. She was recoiling and re-wicking. She got a whole kit out and everything like that. And it's just so I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, it's awesome. It is.
Yeah.
And a lot of vape shops will tell you they have loads of regulars that are 70 plus.
Yeah, there seem to be a lot.
They'll just come in for the one coil and the 110ml bottle a week.
It's a lot of female ones, isn't it? A lot of older females that seems to come into your shop, and quite a lot of females. When I go over to see Danny, quite a lot of females go into the shop and they're getting vaping stuff, but you don't see many females do this.
Yeah.
You know, which seems a bit bizarre.
Yeah, I've always thought that not quite enough live shows. I mean, obviously you got the bitches, which stream, and they're all ladies, and but generally it's a very male. I don't know why. I mean, it's.
I think you've got a couple of female American reviewers, obviously like Ruby Roo and that.
Sophie.
Yeah.
Sophie, yeah.
Yes.
James, keep calm.
You came straight in there, did James with Sophie?
He's nuts though, isn't she?
Yeah.
Well, she's started drifting away now, though, hasn't she?
I don't know. She has been doing a couple of actual EC reviews lately.
Yeah, but she's changed the name, hasn't she? She's Sophie Reviews now, and there's a lot more swimming around. She's got a big, massive swimming pool now, hasn't she?
Has she?
Yeah. She's gone up in world. But it used to be Tia Vapes, didn't there? She was another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Um,
Tia and indoor
Yeah.
smokers used to watch them all the time.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
she's gone on to Pastures New when she out young, because she's give up vaping now. She was selling all her gear off. That's another thing, Richard. Would you? Do you know? Like, obviously you don't, but when some people put out that they get vape gear in and sell it on, what's your opinion? Are you not? Does it make no difference, or
Sorry, you cut then. What?
do you know? Like you get stuff in for review.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people sell it on, and
Yeah.
and I don't see a problem with it myself.
Yeah, I have in the past. What I tend to do is if I get a really big like import duty in, I usually try and find something to sell to balance the books.
Yeah.
Because everything gets. I've only just sort of figured this out in lockdown, but because everything gets delivered to my actual day job or work address, it all gets the duty of being a business to business delivery.
Right.
So I'm paying like 40, 50 pounds just for a random package that I didn't even know was coming.
Yeah.
Just DHL just rock up and they want 45 quid off me. So sometimes I've several times I've sold review gear to sort of just balance that out. Because I mean, I remember one week I'd done about £300 just in random, and I was like, literally not going to be able to keep this up, like. So I have sold a few things, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it. It depends really on. I mean, I've always done it half retail.
Yeah.
So the person getting it is getting a bargain.
Yeah.
Anyway, and just I don't know. I've always been really open about it. It's so expensive doing this. There's no money to be made, and there's a lot of money to be spent. So yeah, I have a few times. It used to be all right when there was like ad money and stuff that sort of covered your costs, but yeah, you've got to find a way now.
No, it's right. I don't I don't see a problem with it at all, because at the end of the day, you you paid your duty out. If they're not going to pay it, you've got to pay it out, and then we're not getting paid for anything like that unless you.
It's not ideal. It's not ideal in a perfect world. You wouldn't do it, but sometimes I've just had to.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, someone's put in, I think it was Russ. Only thing that he gets is people saying elite vaping when it's all vaping. Because you get your elitist, don't you? And I can understand where elitist is. It used to be because you get all the high-end stuff on Ideal Home Show. You've got a lot of high-end mods there, which are like £500-600 mods, and to an average vapor, you're just not going to be able to afford that.
I hate it on both sides. I hate the snobbery of it. People go, "Oh, what's that atty?" And you go, "Oh, it's Hell Vape's latest thing," and they go, "Oh, Chinese stuff." Turn their nose at it. And then on the other side of things, people that are really dismissive of someone's lovely new vape that they wanted, that was expensive, and it was, people are like, oh, what a waste of money! What are you doing with that? It's like, well, it's their choice,
Yeah.
So it's both. I think both parties are guilty of that, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
I'd say so. So, what would you say your favourite? Would you say this is more of a question for me because I'm into my sub-ohm tanks. But what would you say your favourite sub-ohm tank to date would be, Richard?
Ooh, good one. I still think the Crown 4. I think probably still the Crown 4 is the one I'd still recommend to people. This new one that the gens come on's good as well. I mean, new sub tanks do come up all the time that are pretty good, but I think the Crown 4 is the only sub tank in recent years I've bought coils for because I've wanted more coils for it. I think the Crown 4. Yeah, they seem to have dried up a bit though. I don't know about you guys. I haven't had that many, recently.
I haven't seen
since AIOs and pods.
No,
you don't see as many. But I think the Crown 4 is probably the best one.
And in regards to an RTA,
Saver.
No, oh god, RTA. That's hard. There's loads of brilliant RTAs. My favourite RTA is still the Squape Enduro. The latest Squape. That's still that's literally just, and that's just pure personal taste, that just vapes exactly how I like to vape. You know, that sort of slightly restricted direct to lung, 35 watts, 30 watts. That's my favorite tank, I think.
Is there going to be, so yeah, as Benny said about the saver, I totally forgot to mention that. Obviously, that was a lovely tank, very popular. I never tried it myself, but very popular.
You couldn't get them for love the money.
Yeah, the hen's teeth now. Okay. Yeah, they only made 7,000 and they're all gone.
They went every time you went in to get them. They went straight away. It was one of I don't know why this. Did they go bust or they got taken over by someone else?
Yeah. So they were called 3C Vape.
Yes.
And they were a very small outfit.
They did that car, didn't they? That Squonker thing.
The thing that I found them through was the Conspiracy RDA, which was just like, I was blown away by it. Like, this new company rocked up and just did this pristine, absolutely mint RDA. It was so well made and put together, and that's sort of how I found out about them. They were a company that split away from Coil Art.
Right.
They'd become sort of their own little team of Coil Art. So Coil Art sort of actually owned them, and they become their own little team. And then they sort of bought themselves out and become a little thing. And then I think they struggled a bit, and Coil Art brought them back. But then Coil Art just wanted all their stuff, so they got all their team back in the Coil Art team, so they weren't allowed to design things for themselves or do things for themselves.
Right.
And anything designed by them was already property of Coil Art, because they brought out a tank. Coil Art brought out a tank with the Saver deck.
Yeah.
Like about a year after, it was about 9 months after, it was the Salt RTA, I think it's called.
Yeah, well, I remember they put it on. What is it? Didn't they? They did. Oh, what would it's? What that's? What's that Chinese wholesale place?
Oh yeah, it was on a few. It was on Gearbest and things like that.
Yeah, but it was labelled up wrong, wasn't it? It said Saver and it wasn't the Saver.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was the giveaway.
Yeah,
they may have borrowed a few bits from mine.
He said the Saver, and then when you look at it like that, well, that's not Saver.
Yeah, but the guys from 3C Vape, they still go in. They're now MetLife.
Oh, right,
They do the Arcless. So if there was ever going to be a Saver V2, it'd come out as under the MetLife banner.
So is that an hint that you might be making another one then, Richard?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. They've asked me to. I've had a design for an RDA for about 14 months that I've kind of really wanted to do, but also not wanted to do because it's such a lot of work. Going with a small company made it like twice as hard in a lot of ways, you know, because if you bring something out with Watofo already have distribution links all around the world. Like various distributors, various shops will just purchase loads of a product just because it's the new Watofo one.
Yeah.
They said, oh, you've got a new tank, we'll take 200, you know, just because it's Watofo. Whereas with a new company, you had to kind of build all these new connections. So it was a lot more work than I thought it was. So I kind of don't really have time to do it again. I am tempted. I'm tempted, but no, there's no plans at the moment. They have asked me MetLife, but I'm not.
And Rick made nearly as much as what you made out of it, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, I was really pleased with how it went, and I did really well out of it. But yeah, that's how it works. You know, that's how the game works.
I remember watching that.
Rick Tripper's got his viewers' feet.
Yeah. Well, like I say, take me out to you. I'm guessing it's a long form. Did you do it from concepts? Did you come up with the idea then, or how did it work?
They had a tank that they wanted to bring out, and I was already friendly with them, so I'd already helped them with a few other bits, and they sent it me, and I sent them this like 3 pages of everything wrong with this tank, and they said, well, should we do it together? Because they just couldn't get their head around mouth to lung, like what constitutes mouth to lung? How do you turn it into mouth to lung? How do you make it mouth to lung? And they just didn't get what, and they sort of didn't get why someone would want that, why that was a nation. So so it started with this insane tank that they sent me, and then about 4 or 5 versions later, it was the Saver. So it wasn't from scratch. No, I didn't like hand in a doodle or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really pleased with it. I'm really pleased that it went, and like it's really nice when you see people still using them as well. Still get screenshots and handshakes and things like that. And people still using them and loving
It's had
them.
a lot of love, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's really, really nice. It is nice. But so yeah, I'm tempted to do another, but it's I don't know. It's such a lot of work. It is such a lot. It's a surprising amount of work.
Yeah, and Sam M says, it says, because it says, bet get your shifty on, as someone else will like to come out with it.
Yeah, I know.
So you need to get your pull your finger
There's some
out.
amazing. I don't know if it'd be. I think if I was doing, I really like the idea of doing this RDA. I think it's a really cool design. It's very different. So I suppose I could put that under a Saver RDA. I don't know if I'd do another mouth-to-lung tank though, because there's some amazing mouth-to-lung tanks now. I think we're almost at the peak of mouth-to-lung tanks.
Yeah.
Anything I brought in now, I don't know. I haven't got like an idea to take it to another level. So I like the Cog was good. The new Aries is brilliant. There's the new
We've got
Berserker.
that as well, Pandora.
And this new Pioneer is a really good mouth to lung. They've got all these inserts now. They've cracked top fill and not. I don't know. I think mouth to lung's as good as it's ever been. So I don't really have like an idea for V2 that would change the game. So
yeah,
I would either do this RDA that I've got a design for, or I would maybe do a Saver DTL.
Oh yeah.
So there would be an MTL available in a detail. I don't know, but no plans. I'm not really a big enough name either. I'm not really a big enough name to do.
No, you are UK, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? So...
Yeah, it did really well. But I mean, if that had come out and it had, Grim Green's name on it or something, it would have got insanely more.
Yeah. Jay Jaddy wants to know: have you reviewed the Ha yet?
I haven't. I'm not gonna review the Ha. No, I think everyone. I haven't. Yeah, I'm gonna get one, but I'm not gonna review it.
Right.
I don't think it adds value to everyone knows. Me and Mark are really close, and I can't do an impartial review of that. And even if I did, people wouldn't be able to take it on face value that it was impartial anyway. So there's some really nice reviews popping up of it anyway. It's organically sort of getting reviews and things. So I'm going to get one because it's Mark's and I want one, and it's sort of up my street. It's in a similar sort of vaping bracket to the Enduro. So I'm going to get one. I haven't got one yet. I will get one, but I won't be making a video on it. I hear it's very good.
Well, that's all you got to say, haven't you? If you like it, you like. The thing is, if you like it, don't you? Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know,
I think he needs some reviews from people that don't like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll probably be better, won't it? Really? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll be watching.
I don't have any problems with Mark Todd. I've watched him, same as yourselves. You have certain reviewers that I've watched from when I first started, like that's helped me pick what I want. Some of it's been shite when I've got it, but and that, do you know what I mean? When I thought that's shit, but are we
gonna fire in some? We got some bargains this week.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, I think I will play it bumper.
Top bumper.
And now, from NUVS, it's Bargains of the Week.
We're back.
Right, I'll just put the screen share on. So
no, it's not been too bad, Gareth, actually. You're the Leeds fan, aren't you, Richard?
Yeah.
But you're celebrating.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. It's been mad, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's been a mad few months because it wasn't looking good, then it was looking good.
Yeah, they've done well.
The first one we're looking at is the Wishmek. It's on from the electronic cigarettes.
Tech.
Yeah, Tech. The V200, it's with 2 batteries with that for $23.99. I mean, you can't go wrong with that as a cheap
sounds
a
all right.
cheapie in.
Definitely.
Especially with 2 batteries, you can't go wrong with that.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like we were saying before about used to pay £70 for a start kit.
Yeah, exactly.
Saw this one for $37.99 from Evolution Vaping, the Death Trap, for people who want a bigger style dripper.
30 mil.
I'm not for it to go on 30 mil.
Oh, I have.
To be fair.
Danny has as well. He's got that bloody big fucking hog, hasn't he?
Oh my god, yeah.
I saw this. Some of I saw on your show this week. The from Cheeky Vapes with the Aspire Sunbox at $44.99. That's the cheapest I've found it at the moment.
Yeah.
Good price.
But
He's selling them at cost, isn't he?
Yeah. That is really cheap, is that?
I really like
You
those.
won't find it anywhere near as cheap anywhere else.
No, like
he's
I
literally
paid
selling them
50
at
from
cost.
Peter.
Yeah.
On Vape this one.
Yeah.
We delivered.
Another one, the Wishmax with the Guillotine V2 2700 kit for $29.95 from $64.95.
Yeah.
That's what Kentucky Build vapes on, innit?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I've
Can't
never
go-
tried them, but it does
The
look-
one that you can't go wrong with the pricing. Over on New Vaping, to move out of the way, they've got a couple here. The Fupu Argus AirPod
Yeah.
for $20.99. I mean,
It's on pre-order though.
but even still at $20.99.
Yeah, I looked at it for 20 quid. I was going to get one myself, but it's pre-order, and I'm like, I don't want to wait.
But something else for the Geek Vape Ages fans, the mini kit for $28.99 from $44.99.
That's the one with the built-in battery, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I've got. I like it. It's good.
That's a
It's
good
very-
deal.
very
That's a good deal
popular
on the
group.
batteries as well.
Batteries, yeah, we did
Yeah.
those last week or the week before. They're really
it's
good
right.
price.
Yeah, Richard, you had Galicia, didn't you?
Yeah, I still use them now. The grey. I haven't got the gold ones, but that's cheap. £6 for 2.
Yeah.
Over on TC1, they have the Vandy Vape Swell subarm kit for $29.99 from $69.99.
No, I keep thinking about getting the swell. You like it?
I don't know. Pud Puss rather loves his, doesn't
He
he?
does. Yeah, he does.
And another one from eSig1, the Squid Industry Double Barrel V3
It's a good
for
price.
$54.99 from $89.99.
Yeah, I like those. I like the form factor of those. They're nice.
What the deco on them?
Just
They're
like the way they feel
really
in the
popular,
hand.
aren't
Yeah,
Excuse the
yeah.
expression.
Very popular.
Yeah, I think I'll be the boring fat and have the black one.
they? Yeah, me too.
Very nice.
Did you
Very
find
nice.
out, Steve?
Well, it wasn't so much bargains. It was just a couple of new things that are coming out at the moment. I kind of like the look of. I can pull this up now. Now you got this from Dovpo, which is obviously you got the Aspire one's come out, but this is another side by side. The collage or the college, but I don't know if for Dovpo they're bringing out quite a lot of good stuff out lately, but I'm not really sure about. I mean, it might perform okay, and that once you get hold of it and you put your tank or whatever on. But I don't know, compared to the Aspire, the mix.
Yeah, mix.
I think that does look far much better, a bit more.
There's going to be a few of these coming out, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's the same sort of thing with the screens on the bottom, and it's an 18650 battery and that. But I think it's not. I don't think it's my cup of tea. I mean, I do like some, like I said, Dove Post stuff, but just at the moment, I don't know. Like you said, I think that they're just going to start flooding the market now with all these side by sides and that. But
Yeah, I think so.
I think you mentioned on your vlog, didn't you, Richard, about waiting?
Yeah, I think if you can, I mean, it sounds like the mix is really, really good. So if anyone wants one of them, then have at it. But yeah, like you guys said, I think there's going to be loads of these now. I think everyone's going to have a go at doing a side by side. So one might come up better, you know.
Mm.
Well, they're not new, are they? They've been out a while on.
Yeah, Nature Vape's had one, hasn't he?
Yeah, if you
on his
call
side.
it high end, they've done a lot of side by side mods, haven't they?
Oh yeah. I think it's come back just because there's so many great tanks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Squonkin's kind of had its peak, and all these brilliant new RTAs. People want a sort of compact little setup for their RTAs.
But they'll look better with the tall mouth to lung, you know, like something like the Brunelda, things like that. They'll
Yeah.
look nice on it without being looking too tall.
What these websites need to do as well, when they're bringing out side by side, they need to do loads of pictures with various tanks,
Yeah.
because that's when you really get an idea for how tall it is, how flush it is. Because I think one thing that's disappointed me with this one is when you actually put a tank on, it's quite a big gap between the kind of U and where the tank goes. It's not as flush as you think it's going to be.
Yeah, I like the idea of one stick my Nautilus GT tank on top.
Yeah.
But probably the Aspire one. It's probably where I'm thinking at the moment. But yeah, it's nice. It's different.
Another thing that I had a look of, Aspire again, the Nautilus Prime. Oh no, it's another pod. Nautilus Prime. I quite like the look of it. I like you said, the amount of pod systems are coming out at the moment now. It's just it's just one now and again. I'm a bit one of those, you know, aesthetics kind of looking. If you know, a lot of time that, you know, put your pod in, that's it, off you go. I'm kind of I like the shinies. I mean, if it looks pleasing, that I might get one with it all.
Yeah, especially because, you know, people will know they like the coils already.
Yeah.
If they like the Nautilus, then they'll be well up for this.
Yeah, Nautilus BVC coils are some of my favourite coils.
It does look quite smart.
It does.
It does look a bit fetchish though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I thought that one at first, especially in the green there. But
do you have all to do with Aspire then, Richard?
No, for some reason they just don't send me stuff.
No.
I think I don't know if it's still the same now, but you used to have to request review gear from them.
Right.
So like you'd hear about this coming out, and you used to have to contact them. You used to have like a form to fill out saying you were willing to take it, you wanted it. And I was just, I don't know, I've never done it like that. I've never really asked anyone for anything to review. So it didn't really sit well with me. And I never had my eye on the ball enough to realise something was coming out. They just had their own complete system of dealing with reviewers that I just couldn't be bothered with. So I've never really got in with Aspire. It's a bit of a shame.
Right, yeah. You do e-leaf and that though, don't you?
Yeah, because they just send it without asking me. That's the way to get a review from me.
I do like e-leaf. I'm a bit.
Is that it then, Steve?
They've gone really quiet.
The only thing was, it's I suppose it's not no. It's just the Aegeus Blues Plus.
Yeah.
Obviously, the only difference is with this one, it's the obviously you can put your 18650 battery in it, and also there's I think you can get a 510 adapter on it, so you can take the pod out and put your own little deck on there. But I think it's pretty much the same as the Boost, but they've just decided, and obviously it's a little bit more chunky, but that's not too bad. That I think it's
I really like this. I've got one of these.
Have you got one, Richard?
Yeah. The coils are fantastic.
Yeah.
It's my new car vape. Although only when safe.
Yes, yeah. It's like those Gaz Flat Cat Vape has mentioned before about the fact that you don't want to be seen with one of them cloud flasks as you're driving down the road, because
that's a good point.
Yeah, but they're really nice. I really like those cloud flasks. I would like to get one of those, and I would like to get one of the mix as well.
Yeah, I've got mine coming next weekend.
Have you?
I had no luck with Boost Original because it came broken when I got it.
Yeah, your pod just didn't want to stay in.
Well, you bought it from a dodgy site, didn't you?
I bought it from China. That's where it comes from. I remember you used to post on Fast Tech, didn't you, Richard?
Yeah.
So someone said to you, "Get off."
I can't remember. It was back then. It was a really good play. It was like one of the most visited vaping websites.
Yeah, yeah.
So whenever I did a review that happened to have something on Fast Tech, I used to put it on there.
Yeah, I remember seeing it, and then someone said, I remember seeing a comment on it, and someone saying, well, it's off with that, you didn't even buy it from here.
Yeah, which doesn't really make sense, does it?
No.
Yeah, that was kind of a brutal place as well. That was like
man,
a
so
sort of a
brutal.
Reddit style vibe.
Oh,
And like a picture would come up of a new vape thing no one had ever heard of before, because they were really like quick off the mark in Fast Tech. And within an hour, there'd be like 30 comments about why it was crap. Like just based off one picture, people would be like, "That's a terrible idea for a deck. That was terrible airflow."
Yeah.
And it's like brutal. It's amazing.
yeah. Totally Wicked, a part of, I think they own part of E-Leaf, WizMech and Joytech, the Totally Wicked.
Yeah, someone put about that a second ago.
Yeah, Gareth Barker,
Yeah.
he put in E-Leaf isn't the distributor, Totally Wicked. Yeah, I think they're actually, it's UK Vape, something or other in it. But I think they actually
UK
own...
Vapor brands, they've got
Yeah.
a share of the company, haven't they? And they're the exclusive UK distributor.
Yeah, they own part of E-Leaf. Because E-Leaf are bringing in new
But something's gone wrong there, though.
What's that?
Joytech, WizMech, and E-Leaf since lockdown have been incredibly quiet.
They're bringing a new Pico out.
Yeah,
Pico,
I don't know.
Pico
Just
Compact.
for them, to their standards, though, they were like one new thing a week.
Yeah,
and it's been like 6 months.
E-Leaf were diehard, weren't they, when it came to stuff
Yeah.
coming out? It was.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're finally back on their feet or they're struggling, or I don't know.
Yeah,
But they've gone very quiet.
Yeah, I'd like to say I've seen that they put out, like I say, the E-Leaf Pico Compact, they're calling it. It looks like a pod device. It looks like it's a Pico shape, but it looks to have a pod. You know when you can't see from pictures because someone's holding it, but it just looks like you can just see the tip,
right,
sort of protruding. So I'm wondering if it's going to be a pod that you can use for the.
Yeah.
And they're just using Pico thing.
I quite like a protruding tip.
So does your lass. So what do you think of that one that you've got, that Squonker, the Vape?
The Pulse 2.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. It's really solid. There's a couple of things that annoy me on it. Like no mod's perfect, is it? But it's got a hibernate function, which when it comes out of the box, by default is 10 minutes. So if you're watching telly, you're having a vape, put it down. If you don't pick it up and vape it within 10 minutes, it kind of goes into like standby. So after 10 minutes, you pick it up, you go to vape it, and nothing happens. And you're like, what's going on? And then it sort of slowly wakes up again, and then you can do it. And it like reminds me of like the old days.
Yeah.
You know, like the DNA 20 clone boards and stuff, where you had to click them to turn them on, then vape them, and you could never remember to do it. It was really annoying. So you can up that to 30 minutes, which is not too bad, but that's really annoying. I don't know why they did that. And then the other thing I sort of mentioned in my video was I don't know why they haven't done a square squonk bottle. Like so many of the new stuff now is square squonk bottle, and it would mean you don't see the battery. It's quite annoying that you see the battery when it's. I don't know. But again, I'm surprised it's not a square bottle. But overall, it's really solid. If someone just needs, a regulated squonker in their life, then it won't let them down. It's rock solid.
Yeah, very good. I've got a few random. How are we doing for time?
All right, you've got 15 minutes.
I've got a few random quick fires, Richard. If you're up for
Oh yeah, cool.
some of them. Right, we have Mackie D's Burger King standard.
Oh, Burger King.
Yeah, good shout. George F&F.
George F&F.
George. Yeah.
Asda or is it
Asda or
Tesco's or
Tesco's. Is it Tesco's or Sainsbury's F&F? I can never remember.
Tesco's.
Tesco's.
Let's go. Oh God, it's got to be George, isn't it? You know where you are with George from Asda.
Mouth to lung, direct to lung.
Ooh, direct to lung. If I'm being honest.
Okay, good shout. Mech or regulated.
Regulated.
Salts.
I love my mechs, but if it had to do one or the other, it would definitely be regulated.
Salts, freebase.
Oh, freebase.
Yeah.
All day.
KFC or Nando's.
Cheeky Nando's.
Yeah.
Cheeky Nando's.
Can't beat a cheeky Nando's.
And
Before cinema.
they've got this thing coming out soon, haven't they? That I was told about to encourage people to go out and eat more, which is like 20 certain percentage off of your bill.
Yeah.
Thinking definitely need to try Nando's.
Have you never been to Nando's?
Yeah, once, but it was years ago, and I loved it, and I haven't been since because no one in my house really is a major chicken fan. So,
Have you never been?
Yeah, I love a Nando's.
I've never been.
Oh man,
not. Oh yeah, it's the sauce. It's the dips I love. It's the sauce.
you need to get some Nando's in your life.
Lidl or Aldi, Richard?
Aldi is better, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
But Lidl is good fun. I think like you never know what you're going to see in there. Like
Do you go down the
the
middle
people,
aisle?
yeah.
Always go down the middle aisle. Always.
You just go in for a cucumber and you come out with a Black and Decker, don't you?
Yeah, it's just random, innit? They've got bike stuff in.
Yeah, deep sea diving suit.
Yeah, you got everything.
Try getting that in your basket.
Yeah.
I queued up outside Lidl trying to get a paddling pool. Well, it wasn't a paddling pool; it was more of a swimming pool. But they had like
It's
three.
amazing.
That was it.
Lidl's amazing.
Pizza or kebabs?
Kebabs, I think.
Are you chili
Yeah,
sauce?
it's a hard one. It's difficult.
That's hard, isn't it?
Are you chili sauce man then, Richard?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like it all.
Salad the job lot.
Yeah. Even
how
when it's
about-
like that weird like cauliflower stuff that they put in.
Yeah.
And Amazon or eBay? It depends.
Amazon, I think. Yeah. eBay's random now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wish is random. Have you ever looked on that?
Yeah, it's random.
Wish is insane. Wish is insane.
I've never seen so many inflatables pop up on a site.
The mesh deck on the one, you got the Subone one and the other one, and it was one of those. The first person to put their offer in it got it for £1. So if you put and say, okay, I want that, then you put it into a list of other people, and then someone who does that gets it for £1, and then it went back up to like £50 when it first came out. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's actual sites that do that all the time, like, isn't they? Yeah, Wish is mental.
Where do we get 90s or noughties?
Oh, 90s.
90s. Pods or mods?
Pods or mods?
Yeah, I think I pretty much know the answer, but
yeah, definitely mods. I've literally told everyone I'm not reviewing pods now. Pods and starter kits. I'll try them, and if they're amazing, I'll tell people like the Wenax. But
yeah,
but I'm not reviewing any more pods systems.
Yeah, totally fair enough in my opinion, because they're just like.
I want them to know. Like, I want them to know we're all sick of it.
Yeah.
If I can, in some small way, help stop promoting them, then do you know what I mean? It's and also I think as YouTubers, we've got a duty to entertain our audience as well. It's about what people want to watch as much as anything, So people don't want to watch another pod video, so I don't want to make one.
Dean Verney got a plastic horse head from Wish full size. Why do you want a full size plastic horse head? I don't know.
Yeah. I saw a thing that was like if Wish did vaping, and it was like that ultrasonic vape.
All right, yeah.
Because that's what it's like, all mad inventions in it on there that don't really work.
Yeah, definitely. We've said about it before, but the UL pod watch thing that came out.
Oh yeah.
It's just a shame. Something. There is room for something like that with Bluetooth connectivity, with step counts, and just other stuff. But obviously, it's gonna have an effect on your battery life. So I don't know if there's anywhere they can go with that. But
yeah, I don't think you're going to see that much stuff like that anymore, because America's banning any vape that doesn't look like a vape is automatically banned in America now.
Well, the band Caliburn, didn't they?
Yeah, that was
Juul.
because it looked like a Juul.
Yeah.
Yeah, their Juul have got an amazing sort of power over the legislators over there at the moment.
Yeah. But they're in trouble at the moment, aren't they? That's what I feel.
They might be.
John.
Yeah, they might be, because they passed the PMTA and then changed the design.
Yeah.
Which is a big no-no. Yeah, we'll wait and see what happens with that. My guess is nothing.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
get away with it.
Oh, else, Ian?
No, that's all my quick fires. I think the questions that I had written down have all been covered just in our general chat, to be honest, which is good. Yeah, so no, that's it. That's it from me for the questions that I had.
So what you got
Touch
coming up next, Richard?
This cool little mouth to lunger. Pioneer, BP Mods and Asmodus. It's really pretty. Not many tanks come out these days, and you think that's really nice looking. You know, they all look a bit out there. This really pretty little tank, and it's got a few little clever bits on it as well. The way they've done the airflow. So I like it. Yeah, it's cool. That's next, and then I've got to somehow work out how to do a video for this. This is the Gen S kit, where they haven't changed
that, is it?
No, they haven't changed the gen at all. I even got this one out to check, and the gen has not changed one jot. All they've done is put a different sub tank on top. So, gonna have to work out how to explain that in a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like them Vapresso gens. I do want to get one.
But
I really like the finish on them.
But honest to God, right, I've not got my because back to it. All my mods when I'm taking it to work go in my side box. You know, the side partial bit in your van because I'm in a van. And all of them end up being scratched around the bottom there, and all the paint comes off with the. I've got the Aegis X, that's done it. I've got the Wismec Tinker, that's done it. This is the only one that I've had constantly, and it still looks as good as new.
Yeah.
I was just looking at yours, Richard, because you've got your gen, the blue, the black in the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, when I bought mine, I bought mine the exact same colour. And I got just by my front door was a little tiny window, and I was leaving the house one day and decided to swap the tank, and the battery's over, so I just put it in that window ledge, and I left it for a while. So you look at the colour of mine.
Whoa!
The same blue as yours when I got it.
Really?
Oh my God! I'm gonna try that.
Like a custom colour now, all the way.
Yeah, I like it.
That's amazing. It's a really weird material. They've done something really weird with this finish. I think.
I love mine. I do.
Yeah, it doesn't scratch at all. It's fantastic. Other manufacturers should take note of what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah. They've been the complete opposite of like E-Leaf.
Yeah,
because since lockdown, they've just been putting out new thing constantly.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's because they're part of a massive technology company, and they have like campus working.
Oh yeah.
So the people that work for Vapresso live on campus.
Yeah.
So they could almost carry on a bit. They were sort of bubbled up, if you like.
They've floated on stock market now, aren't they? The company that owns.
Yeah. Corporation, aren't they?
Yeah.
They've tripled their stock in one.
Yeah. They've like floated on stock market, and they've flying out. Yeah,
they're worth more than Jewel now, aren't they?
Yeah. Is it something like Snores or something Smalls or something like that?
Yeah, Small. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's about sort of 6 brands that you'd have heard of that are all under that banner. Yeah. It's mad all that when you find out about who owns who and who's what, you know. Like when I was doing the thing with 3C Vape, I wasn't allowed to say it was anything to do with coil art. That was meant to be like top secret. And then I didn't realize, but like Fastech and these websites, they're actually owned by some of the major manufacturers as well.
Oh, right. I didn't know that.
No, they run separately,
right?
But they're actually all linked together. And like, I think some of the really big ones actually are owned by the same people, so they look like competitors. So there's other websites like Fastech that are competitors of Fastech. It's actually the same people.
I know 3C Vape, 3F Vape, and 2F Deals are all the same company.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. Yeah, it's a bit like that. It's a bit mad.
Apparently, New Vaping's owned by, I think it was GearBest.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's sort of what they do. I guess it limits the competition by being their own competition.
Yeah.
We said with the Saver, we tried really hard to get it in very specific shots, very specific distros, and we promised them it wouldn't appear on GearBest and Fastech and all these places. Little did we know that it was actually impossible to stop.
Yeah. Because
they can come to you as any trading outfit and then buy them, put them on there. You know, yeah, it's crazy.
I think what is it sad that aren't there with do you know Rachel Rabbit and that lot with their concentrates? It was only supposed to be in Germany. He did them for Germany, and they've suddenly ended up on Vapeable.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't supposed to be released over here.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same problem because it's hard to know who these people really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, it's coming up to that time.
Okay, lovely job. Well,
Cheers for having me, guys.
All right.
no problem. Thank you very much for joining us, Richard. Very much appreciate it. I will go round to James first to say his goodbyes, etc., and then I will pipe in at the end.
Right, thanks, Rich, for coming on. It's been a very enjoyable show. Nice to see a nice flowed chat. Please remember to hit the thumbs up on, at the end of the show. And just stay safe out there. And I'll pass it over to Blazing.
Thanks, James. Yeah, like James said, thanks, Richard, for coming on. Nice to have you on. It's my first night on as a caster on this show, so it's nice
awesome.
So thanks, Ian. Thanks, Benny. Thanks, James again. Thanks, everyone in chat for coming in and joining us. And we'll see you again, same place, same spot next week. Benny.
Right, Richard, thank you very much for coming on. Like we've all said, it means a lot. I did email you, but Ian told you Ian's favourite. He messaged you and you say you're coming on.
I replied to that email.
Anyway, no, thanks for coming on, mate. Thank you, everybody in chat. It's been great. Thank you very much to Spanners. Didn't say that CJ has stepped down from hosting live shows if you hadn't seen the message, and we didn't introduce him at the beginning, say as Newcaster is Steve Blazing Vapes. So thank you very much for stepping in, Steve. You did a great job tonight. I know it's a bit nervous when you're first on another show. I know you do one on Monday, but it's only your second live shows that you do. So you've done great, mate. Thank you very much for coming in. Ian, as always, thank you very much. James, same again, and I'll pass it to Richard.
Yeah, like I say, guys, cheers for having me. Really good chat. Got a good thing going on. You got a really nice time slot. Like Sunday night's perfect for just to chill and a watch. It's really good, and I'm enjoying it. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much for joining us, Richard. Much appreciated. And yeah, thank you, all of you guys. As always, you're all stars. Really enjoy coming on here with you guys, and I don't know how long it will be for. I don't know, but currently furloughed, so we're all good. And yeah, Steve, very welcome to your first NUVS show as a caster. But yeah, it's been great. It's been great. Yeah, so thank you all, guys. Thank everyone in chat very much for just being here and communicating with us, and all the Spanners. Thank you very much also. And Richard, as before, thank you very much for
cheers, mate.
And we shall catch you this time. No, not this time, obviously, because that would be late. You would be getting to the end of the stream, and there would be no point joining. But yeah, 9 o'clock next Sunday, Northern Union Vape Show. And tomorrow evening, Laid Back Vape Show with myself and Steve and Matty. So if you could pop it on there, that'd be great. So all vape safe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Richard, where can we see you next? That's what I've got to say.
Yeah, good
Your
point.
live show.
Oh yeah, probably the new home show next Thursday, 9 p.m. Yeah, that's on my channel. Just search Richard Vick or V1CK, anything like that, and you'll find me. Yeah, that's where I live.
Right, see you all later.
Thank you all. Very serious.
I've shared it on my group and all that sort of stuff.
Thank you.